Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love and Marriage Huntsville, Jesus Christ, Love and Marriage Detroit Season 2 Episode 1. Now y'all know Season 1 I tried reviewing this show. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 episodes in and I just could not do it anymore. I hated everybody, and didn't even know that Season 2 began until today, this morning, and I was like, let me see what they talking about Season 2. I'm gonna try it again, y'all. I can't make y'all no promises because the same people that was irking me last season is irking me already. But let's get into the Season 2 Episode 1 review of Love and Marriage Detroit. So we start off with Brandon coming to his and Kristina's home and hands her a handful of laundry that she needs to wash because he doesn't live there anymore. Why he couldn't wash wherever he was at is beyond me. And who brings clothes over like that? Not in a bag or anything. I don't know if that was scripted or what, but them same clothes that he handed me, dirty clothes at that, would have gotten pushed out my door right along with him, because who you think I am? If I'm going to still be washing your clothes and all of this type of stuff, then you might as well still be here. So that pissed me off right off rip. Like I said, they're living separately. She thought at the reunion that they were in a better place, that they were trying to work things out. But lo and behold, he was contemplating divorce. Okay. They sit in the kitchen and have a conversation, and he says that he looked at her like she was the enemy because she was always trying to mold him into this man that she wanted him to be. Or how about she was trying to mold you into being a man, period, because you're still a man child. And he is one of the people from Season 1 that absolutely grinded my gears, okay? Because he is one of the saddest looking men I've ever seen in my life. Kristina also irks me because she's weird. Pretty, but weird. Something ain't right up in there. Something is missing. The screws ain't connected. I don't know what's going on up in there in that brain, but he tells her that day one of their marriage, things changed. And she's like, really? Day one? He was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, since day one, at our wedding, you and your friends were sitting there looking at all the women and talking about their bodies, and he gonna say that, well, most women should know that this is what men do. And this is why I call Kristina weird, because ain't no way in hell you about to sit up here in my face and tell me that it's okay at our wedding for you to be ogling other women. And I'm going to even sit up here and entertain not only a conversation with you, but you even breathing my same air and being in my presence. How she ain't cold cocked him in his throat, I don't understand. How she has put up with this man and his shenanigans and foolishness for all this time. I understand that they got married 6 months after meeting each other, and that's part of the main problem of their relationship, okay? But I don't even understand after 6 months how you didn't see that he was trifling. But like I said, she's weird. She's just as dumb as he is. So, he tells her that God told him this is where he needs to be. And she's like, you don't know how hard that is for me to hear that you don't want to be here, that you're only here because God wants you to be here. And she starts to cry. She breaks down. And because she was trying to be strong there in the beginning, but she starts to cry and breaks down and was like, I'm scared to try again because they've been here before. And she says that she's tired. And I believe her, but she ain't that tired. She ain't tired enough, because, baby, if that conversation right there didn't tell you that this marriage is null and void, I don't know what else needs to be said and done. Y'all need to go y'all separate ways and co-parent, because everything about him reads man-child, lazy, delusional, somebody that wants to be coddled, babysat, wants to do what he want to do, and you better not say nothing about it, live a mediocre life, He talk more than what he actually does. You know what I'm saying? And Kristina seems to me like the type of woman that want to live in this bubble where everything is perfect on the outside, but on the inside, her life is literally the pits of hell. She more worried about, I think, public perception than anything. You know, the aesthetic of it all than the actual marriage, if that makes sense. So then we go to Kolby and Russell, one of the only couples on this show that I can remotely tolerate. And she's pregnant with their second child. She didn't even want to have a second child. She's hoping and praying and wishing that this is a boy. We find out that when she was pregnant with their first child, she was devastated that it was a girl. She really wanted a boy. I don't know what her issue is with girls. And he says, well, if it's another girl, we'll just try for another one. And she was like, no, I'm not having another kid. I already told you. I didn't even want to have a second one. And he was like, and look where we are now. But she seems like the type of person to me that just hates being pregnant. It's a miserable experience from her. It seems like she goes through a, not postpartum, but a pregnancy partum or something. She just doesn't like pregnancy. It's just something about it that just brings her all the way down, because he says after they had their daughter, she was full on in it, all of that type of stuff. But it just seems like she's the type of person that just becomes depressed while pregnant. And Lord, I hope they had a boy. I hope they had a boy. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section if they had a boy or a girl or whatever, because woo child, Russell gonna get his boy. Okay. And I don't know if she gonna be able to mentally stay in that. So Brandon, we see is staying at his mama house. He's mixed. His mama is white. And he's staying over there on a pull-out couch. Thompson, he didn't expect to be there that long. He might have to get him a place. Child, if you really wanted a place, you would have got a place. You ain't had no money like that. Stop. Get out of here. Because if you had money like that, you wouldn't even been going over there bothering her to wash your clothes. You would have went to a laundromat before you went over there bothering her. And I know your mama got to wash and a dry. So that's bull crap. And from in the beginning, the way his mama was talking to him, it seemed like he was getting on her nerves too. But then once they got to having a conversation, he says to his mama that he felt like a project to Kristina. And the mama was like, I can see that. I can see that. And I can see that too, because like I said, Kristina to me seems like the type of woman that wants to have the cookie cutter lifestyle. And we all have to be in this perfect little box and be this perfect family. And that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? The mama says that he needs to help her around the house because it can be very overwhelming and things of that nature. And he was like, no, I mean, if I'm paying all the bills, she can handle the house or whatever. See, this is why you don't let no man have full control over you. Nope. No. This is why a woman should always have her own. If my mama didn't teach me nothing else in life, she taught me to be self-sufficient. Don't rely on anybody but yourself, okay? Because ain't no way you gonna think just because you paying all these bills that you can't empty a trash can, that you can't help me with one of these kids. And that's why she's still over there washing his clothes. So once again, it's reiterated that him and Kristina got married after 6 months. Come to find out, his mama and his father got married after 6 months as well. But the caveat with him and Kristina is that he married her after 6 months only because she didn't want to have premarital schmecks. And he was like, well, I really want the booty, so let me put a ring on it. I need to know if she knew this going in, or did he trick her into thinking like, you're the love of my life? You know, I know it's short and instant, but you're the one. Like, who marries somebody just to them? Huh? Like, that right there shows you how much of an idiot this dude is. You mean to tell me you married this woman just so you can have sex with her? And then you wonder why your marriage is in shambles? This is why this show is like one of the worst reality shows ever to me, because this is the sorriest group of men I have ever seen in my life. The only one out of this show that I got a little grace for is Russell. Other than that, every last one of these men on here are lousy. Carlos, you did an absolute bang up job. Literally with this cast. Like, can you please show us a representation of a good black man? Because this ain't it at all. We're introduced to a new couple, Kimberly and Marcel. They are married. They have 2 children together. Both have successful careers. But she talks to him about how she loves the fact that he listens to her. But she needs for him to communicate and open up with her more. I don't know if it was just me, but during that conversation when she was talking to him, he looked like he was 12 years a slave. Old boy had bags under his eyes. He just looked like, please don't beat me, master. Please don't. He looked sad. It's like, what is going on with the Detroit men? Are all them just broken down? He looked broken down and weary just as the other 3. Oh my God. Other than that, they were fine. Anthony and LaToya. Anthony is another one that Anthony was the one from last season that put the nail in the coffin for me to not want to review this show anymore, because I had never seen a woman like him before in my life. I don't understand how LaToya is married to this girl. Don't understand it. Girl, you might as well just be in a lesbian relationship, because everything about him screams butch queen. I mean, girl, he's sassier than she is. Okay? He is a straight up biz naive, and I just cannot with him. So they have the Dobines, that's Kimberly and Marcel's last name, over for a little couples night. And it comes up that they homie Bravo is celebrating his lounge or whatever, being open a year, and the couples are coming and they invite them. And they also let it be known that Kristina and Brandon are coming. And Kimberly is like, and they like, what's the tea on that? She says that she's known Kristina for years. They met, they hit it off. They were good Judies to the point where she threw her baby shower. Kristina and them came to her wedding and everything. She fully supported Kristina, but she began to see that it wasn't reciprocated, that Kristina never really had her back. So they ended up falling out and not speaking. And I think it's been about 2 years or so since they last spoke. So she was like, I don't really know if I should come, but I'll think about it. Now, we all knew the heifer was going to come, but okay. So after that, Kristina invites Kolby out to have a one-on-one conversation about why they haven't really spoken after the reunion, because at the reunion, they hugged it out. They, made up, and, they were going to try anew. But basically, they both were saying the same thing. Kristina didn't reach out because she felt like there was still some distance on Kolby's end. And she, I guess she didn't want to seem like, she was all up on her dick, pretty much, like begging for a friendship. And then Kolby felt like she was waiting on Kristina to reach out to her. So it both seems like they were both trying to gauge the other instead of just being big girls and saying, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But Kristina tells Kolby that, I got a lot going on in my life right now. I can't fight Brandon and you. And she begins to cry. And Kolby in her confessional was like, I feel her. Everybody's going through something though. And I just can't really give my energy in it because I'm pregnant and I'm trying to preserve my own issues. So at this point, nobody knows that she and Brandon are separated. Then it's the night of Bravo's event, him and his wife Lakita. I guess they're gonna be like friends of maybe again this season, but have a little bit more of a role. And all the couples come. Kristina and Brandon arrive last, and that's when they see that the Dobines are there, and they like, oh, isn't this interesting? No, I'm sorry. Kristina and what's your name didn't arrive last. It was the Dobines that arrived last. And when they arrived, Kristina was like, oh, they're here. Now, mind you, the husband spoke, but Kimberly didn't speak to Kristina. So they sit down and Brandon makes a comment in his confessional. And this is why I don't like him. He makes a joke in his confessional to his wife talking about the pink poodle on display cracked me up. Talking about Kristina's coat. It wasn't even a good read. It wasn't even funny. And why is you judging what a woman is wearing? Okay, she had on a pink coat. It's fashion. You mad because you couldn't wear it? Big back? Like, this is why I don't like him. And this is one of the reasons why I couldn't stomach this show last season. Because why are you as a man judging what another woman got on? And you, the wife, is sitting there and not saying nothing. Because I would have looked at him and been like, ew. Let me find out you want to wear my outfit. Like, what's going on, sweetie? Is there something we need to discuss? The episode goes off. Don't know once again if I'll be able to do a whole season. I'm going to try my hardest, but these folks is already getting on my nerves. Overall, I'm going to give the season premiere episode of Love and Marriage Detroit. Let me take my emotions from these people out of it. Oh, that's so hard to do. I'm going to give it a B-. Ugh. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts. This week, I'll be posting my birthday vlog. Don't forget, we got the MTV Music Awards. So me and Sharita will be doing a Fashion Killer video on that this week as well. Whew, love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.